Okay, let's talk boxing. How are all of you doing? I hope you've been doing good and hope things are going well for everyone. So I haven't done a video for a couple of days. I've been busy working on my other projects, my other YouTube channel, doing some exercise, food, cooking and house chores. So I made a couple of notes here. I don't want to miss out on anything. So I found it interesting, new interview of Mike Tyson, where he said that you can't see Anthony Joshua beating Fury. Tyson Fury's he's too elusive, and he was saying that he said that Wilder's faster than Joshua, and Wilder wasn't able to really, he couldn't knock Fury out. He couldn't really hit him too much, especially in a second fight. He was saying he just doesn't see how Joshua can win, and Fury's too elusive. And I'm sure most of you know I already agree. I think Fury's going to win. I really agree with Mike Tyson. Teddy Atlas is saying pretty much the same. He's saying that he fancies Fury to knock Joshua out. So I agree. Some of you may not. That's boxing. Opinions will be divided. So that's really all to say on that. So I enjoyed that interview from Tyson. I appreciated his honesty. Now, just touching on some boxing that's already went. I was meant to do a video on this and didn't get time. I was so impressed with Virgil Ortiz. Really speechless, really. I just think he's the most promising prospect I've seen in boxing. I haven't been so impressed with a fighter since Canelo Alvarez and Teofimo Lopez. For me, Virgil Ortiz looks unstoppable. I can't see anyone really beating him unless, he gets in at the moment with someone like Crawford who's spent with just a bit too experienced. But I wouldn't bet my money against him, giving those guys a good fight now. But it's probably a bit too soon, but I just loved it. I try and break down what I loved. Now, for me, what impressed me was, I hadn't seen his fights and I'd heard he's a big puncher, but he's so much more than a big puncher. His shot selection, his maturity for 22 years of age, his power, his timing. I thought his jab was brilliant. I agreed with what Teddy Atlas was saying on his podcast. And I think, Maurice Hooker is a great fighter. He showed so much heart, but those body shots were sickening. I just thought his jab was brilliant. So he's got it all. I can't really praise him any more than that. There was nothing I seen that he didn't have. He's got speed, he's got power, he's got a great jab. He's fit, he's got good heart. I was really impressed with his patience and his timing. And I think beating someone like Maurice Hooker is just really, it's a great win for him, because Maurice Hooker is a former world champion and he gave such a good account of himself. And I like what Maurice Hooker did when he came out of the ring. Basically told everyone to F off, for booing him, because they had no right to boo him. He gave a really good account of himself. He gave a good fight, and Virgil Ortiz was just too powerful and too he's relentless. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of his fights. And even Hopkins was saying, Bono Hopkins, which I agree, was saying, this kid's going to be a top welterweight, he's going to rule it in the future. So yeah, Virgil Ortiz is brilliant. Really similar to Canelo, but in his own way. Every shot in the book, the body shots, the head shots, movement, beautiful jab. I love the way that he was using his jab to set things up, and he was patient, and yeah, he's just relentless. Amazing performance. I was also really impressed with Lawrence Okolie's win, becoming the cruiserweight world champion against I struggle to pronounce the Polish guy's name. Sorry, is it Guanaki? I thought Lawrence. I was so impressed with that performance. I was so impressed with how Lawrence Okolie handled that big stage. That he didn't seem nervous. He controlled it. He stuck to a game plan. Used his reach. Used his jab. He was very switched on. He never really let Guanaki into the fight. He just wouldn't let him get inside. I think he made Guanaki look like an average fighter, and the real truth is that he's a tough fighter. He's been in with some of the best. He's been a respectable world champion. So I was impressed with Lawrence Okolie. He looks like he's going to be a handful for any cruiserweight, and apparently they're saying he can go up to heavyweight. So I liked his shot selection. I was most impressed with his mental discipline, the way that he held himself, and he didn't let the pressure get to him, and he was patient. He stuck to a game plan, and he got the job done, and he got a vicious knockout. So and yeah, his story is impressive. The guy was working in McDonald's in Victoria in London, You know, he's overweight, he got bullied at school, and he's come back from all of that, lost weight, become world champion. So you can only give him credit. He's gonna inspire a lot of people. So yeah, I was impressed with Lawrence. Now, last but not least, I haven't watched loads of women's boxing, but from what I've seen, I was so impressed with Estrada. I just think she's brilliant. Her fighting style, you know, again, it's only human nature. She's like a mini Manny Pacquiao. She's brilliant, man. She's so exciting and she's relentless, and she seems like a good person. So I was really impressed with Estrada, with her win over I think she fought Ortiz. Sorry if I get the names wrong, right? It's the first time I've seen her fight, but I enjoyed the bill and she was brilliant, man. I loved her shot selection. I love switching from orthodox to southpaw. Like I said, it was she's got her own style, but there were real remnants in her version of Pacquiao. You know, that relentlessness, the combinations, the footwork. And the girl she boxed was a really good world champion. It was a great fight. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of her. And in my opinion, I don't know loads about women's boxing. I'm getting to know it more. I think she's the best woman boxer I've seen. Her and Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor's brilliant, but obviously they're at different weights. So yeah, she's just unbelievable, man. This Estrada. I was so entertained with the fight, and she's got it all, man. Unbelievable. So that's really it, really. I haven't really got much more to say on boxing. I'm looking forward to the Dillian Whyte-Povetkin rematch this weekend. My prediction, I was a bit worried for Dillian Whyte, if I'm being honest, a few months ago. I was thinking that he could get knocked out again, but now as the fight's got close, I think Dillian Whyte's gonna knock Povetkin out. I think he's gonna stop him in brutal fashion, but you never know. And I want Dillian Whyte to win. I like Dillian Whyte, but yeah, the first fight, that was a brilliant knockout, and he's a mentally strong guy. I don't know him personally, but knowing him from watching him online in his fights and seeing his interviews, kind of person he is, which I like. I think he's got that mental strength to come back from a defeat, and he's got a good team, and he's got a new guy in his team that I think helped Lennox Lewis avenge his losses. So I'm really looking forward to that fight. It's going to be a blinding one. What else we got? Future fights. We've got Josh Taylor Ramirez. I'm looking forward to that. I don't know when that is. That's come up soon. Of course, I'm really excited for Billy Joe Canelo. So that's it, guys. That's all the boxing I can cover at the moment. I've had a really good day today. I'm a bit tired. I've just got my dinner on the oven, so I wanted to keep up with the videos. I didn't want to leave it any longer. It's been about 4 days now, but yeah, please, let's talk boxing in the box below. Let me know your thoughts on the fights I've mentioned, future fights, and do you agree with Tyson? Do you agree that Tyson Fury beats Joshua? And for the reasons that Tyson said. If you haven't seen the video, go on YouTube and watch it. It's only short. I enjoyed it. So that's it. We'll speak soon. I'll do another video when I feel inspired, and if there's more fights to cover. I'll watch boxing this weekend. But yeah, it's been brilliant. I've really been enjoying all the boxing fights throughout the lockdown. It's been I've appreciated it. Like I said, even though it's been behind closed doors, there's been so many good fights, upsets and stuff. All right. I'll speak to you a lot soon. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it.